Hello everybody, Xney here, and today I wanted to talk about weapon ideas for Team Fortress 2. So, let's start with the Spy. Now, I think, the Spy, he's got some cool weapons. He's got, no one ever really uses the revolver. Revolver's useless. So let's give him a grappling hook. I'm thinking like Scorpion from that whatever fighting game Scorpion's from, kind of like get over here kind of hook. Pulls him into the backstab. It's got like a, 7-second recharge on it. Replaces the pistol. Maybe it can even double as a grappling hook. I don't know. It'd be a pretty cool item. I think it'd be pretty balanced. You're giving up your ranged option to be a monster and pull people. It probably got a range of from the Badlands balcony out to the Badlands spire. Not too far, but at the same time it's got some reach. Pull someone out of position. Pretty good weapon. Now then, let's move on to the other end of the spectrum. Let's talk the Scout. Scout should be able to. We're not gonna add a new weapon. We're gonna give the Scout the ability to throw his gun. Now this is a really useful ability for when the Scout, you're cornered, you've shot your 6 shots, you can throw your scatter gun for 100 damage, hit your target, it's like a projectile, let's say like the cleaver, just kind of throw it, and you don't have a primary weapon anymore. You got your pistol still, which maybe you could throw that too, I don't know, it'd be like a right click mechanic, because there's no right click mechanic for the scatter gun or the pistol. I think it's pretty balanced. It'd be a pretty good idea. Scout can go run over and pick his pistol back up, or get a new one from a resupply cabinet. I think pretty good mechanic. Should have been added 5 years ago. Then let's go on to the Soldier. Soldier, he's a very well-rounded class. A lot of different things. We're not gonna add a new weapon for the Soldier. We are going to buff a weapon he already has, and we're gonna buff the Beggar's Bazooka. The Beggar's Bazooka it's weak. It's shit. It's bad, terrible garbage can, dumpster dive reset. I mean, it's even in there its set name. So we're gonna make it. It just loads 3 rockets and shoots them all at once. That's a lot more fair. Because before when you use the Beggar's Bazooka, there's a lot of waiting around. And now you just kind of shoot all 3 rockets. Don't really care. If it hits something, it hits something. It takes a really long time to reload. That's the balancing mechanic of this. And you still can't get metal from dispensers, because that's a mechanic that needs to be on the Beggar's Bazooka. Really important. Not a stupid mechanic or anything. Now, let's move on. The third class in the game is the Pyro. So the Pyro needs a new weapon too. Let's talk Pyro. Pyro, he needs, well, it's not what he needs, it's another mechanic we're going to add. We're going to add an overheat on his flamethrowers. Because, everyone hates WM1. So, your flamethrower, overheats as you hold it down more. And you have to use the compression blast to cool it down. It really teaches people to use mouse too. And then the fog will be useless because it doesn't have a compression blast. Because, everyone says the fog is overpowered. So, I'm just going to jump on that hype train. Screw the fog. I don't think it's overpowered at all. But, it's general consensus. Next, let's talk Engineer. The Engineer is the weakest class in the game, by far. Sentries are shit, they don't do anything for you. So we're going to take the Engineer's sentries away. He doesn't need them anymore. And we're going to make him move faster and just make him a second scout. That's the best way to balance the Engineer, His sentries, they don't do anything. They're useless. They're the worst thing in the game. They never even do anything. They're essentially, just nothing. They don't do anything. The Engineer's shotgun's already weak. He's slow. Doesn't have much health. So, make him another scout. That's it. On to the Demo Man. The Demo Man, he's got some. His weapons are pretty weak. The sticky launcher isn't powerful enough, and the grenade launcher doesn't do enough damage. So we're gonna give him a new item. It's like the Quickie Bomb launcher, except it shoots faster, has 8 stickies, and they don't fizzle out, and they don't have the air det, damage reduction on them. It'd be really fair and balanced, I think, if the Demo Man. It's like a sniper for the Demo Man. Actually, let's reduce it to 1 sticky. It charges really fast, does more damage, and the air det explosion radius is the same as a normal sticky when it's on the ground, and it does a lot of damage. We'll call it the Sniper Bomb launcher. That's a name. Patent that. Trademark. Then onto the Heavy. Heavy needs more health, first off. So we're going to give him a minigun that instantly revs. He can just walk around. Actually, no. We're going to buff the Brass Beast. That's what we're going to do. the Brass Beast, you can't move it all while you're using it. This is what's going to replace the sentry guns that we took away from the Engineer. Now, you can't move while you're using it at all. It gives you an extra 150 health, so the heavy is buffed to 450 health at this point. The damage reduction is increased to 30%, and you have a passive health regen. I think it's a really fair and balanced way to use the Brass Beast. And it's a weapon that really needs a buff, you know. It really doesn't feel as good as most other ones, and you just stop, drop, and open up shop, you know. It's what the heavy really needs. On to the medic. You know, the medic isn't powerful enough, so he needs an AK-47 as his primary weapon. Now you might be like, whoa, why an AK? Well, okay. The medic is so weak in combat. I mean, he should be like... he can't stand up to any other class in combat, you know? Like, if a scout gets in your face, you're gonna die. I think the medic deserves a fighting chance. So, we're gonna give him an AK-47 as his primary weapon. So, like, if a scout gets in his face, he can, like, pull out that sick headshot with it, like you see in Counter-Strike. Really clutch plays. Would really add a lot of depth to the medic. And maybe, replace the overdose with an AK-47. And last but not least, we have the sniper. Actually, I want to see a change to the sniper. I want all the backpacks combined into one item. So we'd have the Cozy Camper, the Razorback, and the Darwin's Danger Shield combined into one item. That simplifies sniper a lot. And then on top of that, the sniper rifle charges 50% faster. We're doing a mechanic change on this. All sniper rifles charge 50% faster. They one-shot people anywhere, because, you know, it's got to be like the op from Counter-Strike. It's got a one-shot as long as you don't click them in the legs, and it can penetrate walls. It'd be really, you know, it really adds an element of realism to the sniper. And, yeah, I think it's a change that needs to be seen if we want to become a real competitive esport. So I think I've covered all the classes. Now there's a change I want to see to the overall. I want to see the game speed taken down by 10%. And I want all damage in the game to be increased by 50%. It would make everyone play a lot more reserved. You'd have a lot more strategy going into it. And I want fall damage is out of the game. That's it. Fall damage is out. That's what I have to say. Those are my changes I want to see to Team Fortress 2. If I don't see these changes implemented, I'm leaving the country and never coming back. I'm going to start a petition on the TF2 competitive beta group on Steam, because that seems to be what you do if you want dumb changes to be put into the game. And I don't know, I'll probably just go on with my day.